What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916, and welcome back to the MLB 16 The Show. Road to the show. We got a good episode today. It is the last episode of the 2017 season. We are closing out the season here in Los Angeles, and then we come back home, I think, to play the Colorado Rockies, and that, guys, will be it for 2017. The next episode after this will be 2018 spring training. So kind of moving along a bit in this series. I'm excited about that. I hope all you guys have enjoyed this series so far. It's been a lot of fun so far. Of course, we are just getting started still. This is just the end of Jack's rookie season. He'll be beginning, of course, his second season in the majors. And speaking of that, I think, as I said in the last video, if you guys didn't watch that, I said I think this season went really well. I still think that. As you see, we got a save right there. A good job by Jack getting that save. So we now have 24 saves on the air. That's 24 for 28. Gonna do a training session, our last of the year right here. Not having a lot of training points so far in this one. Only 565 with 2 chances left. We got 135 there. It's going to have to be like a miracle to get to 1,000. We get the strikeout, so that's pretty good, but we're going to get 275 points. So we fall literally just short of the gold medal. We do get 50 training points just for trying. Now, look at that, 995. All we needed were 5 more points to get it. That was really close. Next game we're coming in, ERA sitting at 3.08 right now, 29 strikeouts in 26 innings. We'll go over all the final stats at the end of the year. Playing against Arizona, we are already down in this game 4-0, so this will not be a save opportunity for Jack Davis, and the outfielder is going to misplay. That runner will come all the way around second. He's going to be in the third with a triple. That's someone with 8 overall speed getting a triple. That's pretty embarrassing right there. Next batter, he's going to fly out to right field, but that runner will easily tag up, and the run scores. So it doesn't really hurt our save percentage, but it does hurt our ERA a little bit, which I'm trying to keep under 3. It's 5-0. Next batter, he's going to line this one. That's going to be into the gap for extra bases. Runner around first. He's heading to second. He could turn this into 3. He does go to around second. Throwing to third. He is safe with a triple. So the second triple of the inning for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Next batter comes up. He's going to hit this on the ground. Third baseman's going to misplay it a little bit. It's kind of a glitch right there. The runner went for home. He throws him out at home. I don't really know what happened. He was like kicking the ball around. That was some type of a glitch right there, obviously. And luckily for me, the run does not score. Of course, there is a runner on first. There's another look at that tag. He was out by a mile. So kind of a weird play right there. But the next batter, 1-2 count, and he is going to just pop up. And the first baseman will run in. I could have played that myself, but he runs in, grabs the catch, and that does it for the inning. So now we have what will be, guys, our final save opportunity of the year. I will have one more pitching opportunity of the year, but as you'll see in a moment, we come in losing pretty bad. So this is my last save opportunity here against Arizona. First pitch of the inning, we're going to be down 1-0. We're going to follow that up with a strike, but he lines it up the middle for a base hit, so the Diamondbacks get a runner on first. Next batter, it's a 2-0 count. Going with the curveball. Here's the pitch. A bad call by the umpire, so it's now 3-0. We get it back to 3-1, and on next pitch, he's just going to hit an inside-out pitch. This one's going deep to right field, and it is down for extra bases. I thought he would have had that one, but he didn't. He's going to be in the second with a double, and there are runners on first and third with just 1 out. So, I'm sorry, no outs, actually. So, the next batter, he swings and misses at a pitch on a 1-1 count. We get it to 1-2. We need a strikeout. Unfortunately, he's going to hit this to left. This one is up, and it is going back. It's all the way to the track, to the wall, but it is caught against the wall by the center fielder, and the run will score, and we do blow the save. 24 for 29 will be our final statistic here in our rookie year. Try not to let that second run score now. We're going to go with a curveball. That's going to be on the outside. 1-1 count. We're going to come back with a strike. It's going to be grounded. And what is the shortstop doing? It was a stupid decision to throw home. He never had a chance. He should have thrown it to first and get the second out. The run would have scored anyway, but as you can see, Dave McGowan, who has a lower ERA than me and more innings, is coming in. That's the guy who I've been competing against for the closer's role. He was drafted the year I was, and he was in Double-A with me. So that's not what I like to see. Coming in now, our ERA 3.90. It's a lot below McGowan, so I'm kind of worried about losing our closer position as we go into next year. It's kind of been a rough ending to this year, hence the title of this episode. A chance to finish out strong, though, in the final game of the season against Colorado. We're losing 14-5, which is terrible. But, you know, still, we want to finish strong, give us momentum going into next year. As you saw, we get a fly out on the first at bat. Next batter, he's just going to hit another fly ball. Center fielder ranges to his left, comes in a few steps, makes the catch, and there are 2 gone. So good start to this inning here for Jack. Now next batter, 0-2 count. Carlos Gonzalez looks at a pitch, 99 miles an hour, and we, guys, end the season with a nice strikeout with a perfect inning against the Rockies. Nevertheless, so even though it was kind of a rough little patch that we hit there, we ended the season well. For the rest of this episode, I'm going to go through standings, stats for me, retired players, all that type of stuff. Just kind of look at everything. As you see, the season ends. The Padres finish at 58-104. That is terrible. Obviously, we don't make the postseason, but that is an embarrassingly bad record. I got to get to a better team eventually if this team doesn't get better. But the regular season ends, and the Blue Jays beat the Cubs in the World Series, so the Cubs will not go back-to-back. They won the 2016 World Series on here, if you guys remember, but not this year. They lose to Toronto. That's how they both made it. As you can see, Toronto beat Kansas City and Houston to get there, and the Cubs beat San Francisco and the Dodgers to get there, and there's all your teams that kind of made the playoffs. Looking at the final standings, we were 37 games out of first. The Giants won the division. The Dodgers were second. Mets and Dodgers were the wild card teams, obviously, from the National League, both winning 89 games. Mets won the wild card game. Blue Jays won their division. Of course, they won the World Series. The Yankees were in second, but that division did not perform very well. Look at the Red Sox, last place. That's kind of surprising, but it happens. My Minnesota Twins finished at 73-89. The Royals win that division. They barely had a winning record. What a terrible division the Central was. 3 teams make the playoffs from the West. The Astros won the division there. Nationals win the NL East at 90-72. The Mets were just 1 game behind. Marlins actually weren't too bad either. And then the Cubs, look at their record. Best record in baseball, 112-50. That is absolutely insane. Look at that. The Cardinals won 88 games and we're still 24 games out of first. That is unbelievable. Let's look at my stats. Obviously, 24 for 29 on the year and save attempts. 28.2 innings pitched. 10 walks, 30 strikeouts, so we averaged just over a strikeout an inning. ERA 3.77, whip a 1.19. And obviously, most of these stats almost relevant to me. I think that's, 24 hits, 12 runs, 3 home runs, which is actually less than I thought would happen. Strikeouts per 9 innings, 9.42, walks 3.14, so roughly a 9-3 ball-to-strike ratio. We finished the season pretty well. Troy Tulowitzki's going to get the World Series MVP. Look at that, 588 in the World Series for Tulowitzki. That's fantastic. Miguel Cabrera wins the MVP in the American League after David Ortiz won it last year, and Clayton Kershaw in the NL for the second year in a row as a Dodger, 21-5 with a 1.51 ERA. That's fantastic. Cy Young goes to Lance McCullers in the AL, and I'm sure that Clayton Kershaw will have won it in the National League. I haven't even heard of Lance McCullers at this point. Look, he's only 23 years old, so pretty fantastic to see a young player doing something like that. He's even younger than my player is. Jose Bautista wins the batting title. We batted .322 with 33 home runs. And Bryce Harper also batted .332. A little bit more home runs, a little less RBI than Bautista. Reliever of the year, David Robinson in the American League, 47 saves, a 1.27 ERA, 51 strikeouts. So a great job by him right there. Second year in a row is from the Central that wins it. And for some reason, no players qualified over in the National League. I think it said Hector Rendon. It had said on the left, so maybe he got traded and there was some type of glitch right there. Chris Bryant wins the National League postseason MVP, but obviously Tulowitzki's the real winner because they won the World Series. So Tulowitzki wins a lot of awards right there. Beltran, Rodriguez, and Jimmy Rollins all retire and go to the Hall of Fame. I hate A-Rod. I made a whole video about him back in the day about the whole steroid scandal. He had 733 home runs to finish out his career. So we go to the offseason. The Padres offer me a 1-year contract, $507,500. I kind of fool around with that stats a little bit, but at this point, I really don't care. I'm not really good enough to sign a long-term deal yet. That will happen eventually, but we are just going to accept that 1-year deal that they offer us, and we will be playing next year, of course, on the San Diego Padres. I do not have nearly enough experience to test out free agency yet. I think you need like 6 years or something like that. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. The next episode will be Spring Training 2018. For now, we'll see you next time on Mr. Athletic 9916. Congrats to the Blue Jays, and peace.